Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. In today's video, we are going to talk about support and resistance, how you can use support and resistance to trade boom and crash. Make some very good profit with on boom and crash. All right, I'll show you how to trade the spikes and also how you can trade against spikes. All right, the best places to look for entries to trade against spikes without any fear that there will be a spike that's going to take you out. All right, so all you have to do is to watch this video to the end. Boom and crash is a very interesting pair to trade if you know how to go about it. So with this video, I believe you will learn one or two things that will help you succeed in trading boom and crash. All right, so as a continuation of the first video I did on using resistance and support to trade boom and crash, here we're going to be looking at some major zones, all right, on some pairs. Now, for example, now we have a zone here. When you open your chart, if you want to trade boom and crash using the resistance and support approach, all you need to do is to identify strong areas of support and resistance. Like here, you can see this is where the market bought previously. Then we have some sales from this same level, and then now the market also starts buying again. I mean, this is very strong level. All right, this is a very strong level on this market. This is a key level, and this is a key zone. So for that reason, now as you can see, the market is back at the zone. Once you spot this, all you have to do is to mark out this zone. Wherever the market would be, you just ensure that you mark this zone and then wait for the market to get down there. All right, that's the first thing you do. Or if the market is already on that zone, then you all you have to do is to look for an entry from there. So now the market is on this zone. All right, now on this zone there's a chance the market can buy from here too, because if you look at the structure of the market right now, the market on the daily time frame, I think there was a liquidity sweep here or so. Then here the market just has been dancing around here trying to buy. So on coming back to this zone, coupled with our engulfing candlestick strategy, there's a chance the market will buy from this zone, but we don't want to take the entry just immediately. Okay, then you have to go to a lower time frame to spot the opportunity that can help you take the buys, because what's going to make a difference between you and other resistance and support traders is the ability to wait for, or the knowledge of the kind of entry confirmations that you need to take an entry, not just take a buy because the market has gotten to a support area. You may lose, you may lose some money. All right, so you can go down to the 1 hourly time frame. Now, on the 1 hourly time frame, what I'm looking for is a setup or a structure that confirms that the market is ready to buy. If I go down to this lower time frame, I can't find any setup. I can go down to maybe the 15 minutes time frame, looking at for lower highs and lower lows. Then if I can find it, then I will then depend on what I'm seeing on that particular time frame. Right now, we have higher highs, lower highs and lower lows on this 15 minutes time frame. As you can see, the lower highs and the lower lows are these ones. This one here that we can join with the trend line. All right, we can join them with the trend line. Maybe let me just remove the trend lines for now. Okay, so what's happening here is this: the market now has formed, you can see we have another resistance level here, right here on this chart. There's another resistance level on this chart. So if you're able to spot these things as you go down the time frame, you spot the nearest resistance zone, then you can possibly know where to enter, because there are sometimes the market can just be here and then you can't find a reasonable entry confirmation to take an entry. So you can wait for the market. If it starts buying already, you wait for the market to go above this zone here, because it's another strong zone on the 15 minutes time frame. Let the market go above this zone, pull back to this somewhere around here before you take the buy. But meanwhile, we do not have a confirmation to take this buy for now, so we can still go down to the maybe 5 minutes time frame. All right, so on the 5 minutes time frame, we do not still have any confirmation for a buy, but now you see that the zone we talked about on the 15 minutes time frame becomes very obvious. Okay, becomes very obvious here, and then we can still check on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, we do not still have a clear setup here, so for that reason you will have to wait. You have to wait to see a confirmation that the market is ready to buy from this zone before you take the buy. What are you looking for? Change of character, a double bottom, inverted head and shoulders pattern before you take the buy. And when you take the buy, depending on the time frame, if you are spotting the entry on the 5 minutes time frame, then there may be no chance for it to, or it is, in fact, let me use the word, it is advisable to try and take your profit when the market gets to this resistance zone. All right, when the market gets to this resistance zone, because on a higher time frame this resistance zone here does not exist. All right, so the market can possibly continue with the bearish move. So it is better you wait. If the market finally breaks above this zone on this lower time frame, does the retest, then you can take another entry, or maybe you lock your profit by adjusting your SL. But remember, you're trading spikes. Yeah, okay, yes, you are trading against spikes, so locking of those profits may not really work that much. Okay, so in essence, once you are able to spot an entry here based on this, see if, let's go back to the 1 hourly time frame. Let me show you something. If I am able to spot a setup based on the 1 hourly time frame on this zone, all right, then I can take my entry from here, then watch out what happens around here. If I'm getting the entry on the 1 hourly, there's a chance the market can go beyond here, beyond this zone here. All right, but I will still watch, and my first TP can be here, but if I am getting this entry on the 4 hourly time frame, maybe as the market gets to this zone, it starts consolidating on the 4 hourly time frame, consolidates for a while, then finally breaks out. If I take the entry, my profit target will be far beyond this level here, will be far beyond this level here. I'll be targeting maybe this high here to make more profit. But if I am spotting the entry on my entry on the 1 hourly time frame, I should be considering this lower this first resistance level. All right, I may not be able to explain for your understanding why I'm saying so. All right, but I believe my students will understand what I mean by this. All right, so that is it for this particular pair. So but meanwhile, you can still make something reasonable even if you're taking your profit where we have this first zone. Get your entry here, maybe on the 1 minute time frame. You hold the trade up to this level. Guys, this minimum lot size, okay, this is not minimum lot size, 0.3. 0.2 is the minimum lot size. You should make, if 0.3 will give 30, meaning 0.2 will give $20 profit with just one position with minimum lot size. You make $20, it is good. All right, so let's check another pair. Let's quickly check on another pair quickly on the 4 hourly time frame. Let's check okay, crash 1000 index. Now for this particular one, if you, okay, not crash 1000, there's a pair I saw, okay, here, crash 500 index, boom, 500 index. Now sometimes the zones you're looking for, the resistance and support zones, may not be horizontal as you would expect. Sometimes they are only guided by a trend line. You see, it's dynamic. So for this reason, once you have the first high and the second high, you try to join them with the trend line. Then each time market gets here, in fact, this is a different strategy entirely for those who know, who understand the trend line strategies. You see, once the market gets to this trend line, all you have to do is to look for an entry around here. Look for an entry. You don't just hit your sell button because the market has gotten here. You wait for some confirmations, take an entry from them, then you sell. Your target is the nearest support level and you take your profit. Mind you, this is on the 4 hourly time frame. So from the 4 hourly time frame, it means you have you stand a higher chance of making some good profit. Look at what happened here. The market has been respecting this trend line, meaning you can take some sales from here, just scalp it, trade against the spikes. As long as it is here and you go to a lower time frame to get your entry, the spike will not take you out. The spikes will not take you out. All right, like this one here, when the market got here, believe me, if you go to a lower time frame, I can't really go down now. Time is this is about 8 minutes on this video. The on the lower time frame, there will be no confirmation. I strongly believe there was no confirmation to take this sell at this point. That is why the market bought, then later came down. But if you go down, you will see a confirmation that will tell you, okay, take the sales. And you're taking these sales, your profit should be somewhere here, and then you rest. All right, look for another setup. Let's just look for another setup here. Okay, this one, boom, 600 index. Okay, you can see it's already marked. Now, this is a very clear resistance level. In fact, is a resistance zone. As you can see, market has been selling from this zone, has been selling. Now we have the market here at the zone, just around the zone, and we are expecting some sells to the downside. So the confirmations that we need, you have to go down to lower time frame. Let me just quickly see on the 1 hourly time frame. Do we have a confirmation yet? There's no confirmation yet, although we have something that looks like a double top because of this long week here, this week that swept this high. After the market had sold down to this level, it bought and swept this previous high. But I believe this double top looking structure will be better seen on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so you can see on the 15 minutes time frame right now. Okay, so on the 15 minutes time frame, if you look at the structure, these are the kind of structures we want to see. This makes a whole lot of sense. These are the kind of structures we want to see. Okay, the market is creating higher highs and higher lows. You see higher highs and higher lows, then it swept this high and it's still selling. Yet we do not have a structure. We do not have an entry yet. Okay, we want to have an entry after this particular low has been taken. The market closes below it, then pulls back to a resistance level. From there, we can take an entry from there. So if we take an entry from there, we'll make so much profit. All right, the minimum losses for this pay 0.2. So maybe on taking this low, market closes below it, then comes back to start the sales from here. If it comes to sell from there, then you see that you can make up to, even up to this level, you make up to $22 profit, even up to down this to this level, $25 profit with the minimum lot size. You are trading against spikes. All right, so you can see how it is. You need the patience to wait for the market to give you that confirmation. The market has to give you that confirmation that it is ready to sell. You don't just take a sell because the market has gotten to a resistance zone. Just be patient with it. All right, and if the market, and not sometimes look at the chart, look at it from a pattern perspective. Sometimes you just look at it like now, if the market can sell down to this level, then buys back up, you'll still be having a head and shoulders pattern, meaning you'll be having a left shoulder here. This will be seen as the head, while the pullback will be seen as the right shoulder. All right, giving you that confirmation that the market will be selling nicely. Okay, so that is it for this particular pair here. So if the market finally goes below this zone, all right, let me just mark it. If the market finally goes below this particular low, because this is where we have our recent higher low. One moment. Oh, sorry, that's not where we have the higher low. This is where we have the higher low. This is where we have it. Okay, if the market can just go above beyond here, then pulls back. See me and confusion, sorry about that, guys. This is the recent higher low, sorry about that. This is the recent higher low because it's the last high the market created, then it pulled back, then broke structure here again. Since then, we've not had a break of structure nor a change of character. So if the market changes character here, then pulls back even up to this level and we get our confirmation, then we can take the sales from here down. So just be patient enough for the market to do that. You see it's still buying again, so you can just wait to see if it comes back. If the market does not come back to go below this zone, just forget about it. Instead, look for a buy opportunity if once it's able to close above this recent high at this point. All right, and also when you are spotting this on a lower time frame, do not forget the higher time frame direction. Sometimes the higher time frame, like now you see we have this on the 4 hourly time frame. All right, we have this on the 4 hourly time frame. Remember the overall direction of the market. We have on this time, or if you look at it on the 1 hourly time frame, we have a break of structure or a change of character here. Let me show you guys before I forget. You see, I just moved that horizontal line. Here we have there's a break of structure here at this point. There's a break of structure, or would I call it a change of character? The market went below this, above this previous high. Then for this reason, you may be looking at this as a pullback, so the market will continue the buys. But when you go to the 4 hourly time frame, you see that the market is actually, what we had there was actually a liquidity sweep. On the 4 hourly time frame, it was just a liquidity sweep at the moment until the current candlestick is able to close bullish and above where we have the previous high, sorry, above this zone. That is when we will confirm, okay, the market, there is a successful break of structure on the 4 hourly time frame. Then we'll be waiting for a pullback to take it by. Else, if this market closes bearish, this current candlestick closes bearish, then the chances to take the sales and make more profit is possible. And besides, we had a breakout down here which the market never retested yet. There's a breakout here. If you check, market never retested, so it can still want to come down to do a retest before it goes up. All right, so take note of those, and you don't need to be holding the trades for so long. All right, if you can be scalping, even if it is 20 candlesticks of the 1 minute time frame. If you're trading against spikes, you're able to take 20 minutes of the 1 minute time frame candles. Those ticks, 20 of them can give you something reasonable. If you can just take 20, 15 to 20, 15 to 20 per setup. And if you're really serious about this thing, in a day you can find opportunities up to like 4 or 5. All right, 4 or 5, and depending on your account size, you can make whatever amount you want to make. All right, and if you're getting these entries correct on the right zones, your losses will be very small. Even if you enter a trade and you're kicked out, you won't lose much. All right, you will not lose much. Okay, so let's check the next pay I have here for you guys. Is I don't know which pay. Where is this one? Is boom 600. Let's check no, this was not a pay. Anyway, this is boom crash 900 index. On crash 900 index, now guys, look at this. Let me take this out first. If you look closely, you see we had a consolidation, a sort of consolidation here, sort of a drop base drop setup. And if you understand, when we have things like this, it refers, this base is where the market can possibly come back to react, then continue with the bearish move. So this is actually a zone. So all we have to do is to mark it, but we want to go down to the 1 minute to the 1 hourly time frame to see it more better, more clearly, sorry. And you see that's the zone there, guys. That's the zone there, guys. Strong resistance zone on the 1 hourly time frame. You see the rejections the market has been doing previously. See the rejections here, market sold, then it is back at the same zone. So what are we waiting for? The confirmation to take the sell. All right, you're waiting for a confirmation to take the sell. So we can go to the 15 minutes time frame. Do we have an opportunity yet? There's no opportunity yet. Just take note of your recent lower highs, sorry, higher highs and the higher lows, and wait for a change of character, wait for a pullback, then you take your entry. You can go to the 5 minutes time frame, but just understand that the lower the time frame, the lower the risk, and the lower the time frame, if you're not careful, you have to be very careful, because if you're not careful, you might enter, you might make some mistakes. Like if the change of character is only for the 5 minute structures and you're expecting to use it to trade the 4 hourly time frame structure, you might end up, blowing up your account. Although this one is about catching spikes, so you may not blow up your account completely, but if you do it on when you're trading spikes, you might blow up your account. When you're trading against spikes, you might end up blowing your account, because the market might just be giving you profit. The trade will just be giving you profit, and you may, forget and not realize that you actually, the structure you're trading is for a 5 minutes time frame, and you think you can hold the trade to give you more profit, and from nowhere one long spike comes, it wipes the whole of your profit, gives you some losses, and you angrily close the trade. Or sometimes you just leave it there and be looking at it till it wipes it off. I know it happens. All right, so this video is already too long, guys, but I just hope you've learned one or two things. Learn to mark your resistance and support zones correctly. Check them on higher time frames. If you can spot those zones on the higher time frames, it will make you, all right, spot zones with higher accuracy. Okay, you can spot the zones on higher time frames. Go to lower time frames to look for structures, then get your entries from there, and be careful of the change of character you're considering. All right, and trust me, you'll be fine. Meanwhile, the registration for the November mentorship batch is still ongoing. Okay, so click on the link in the description of this video, go to the my Telegram channel. From there you'll find the information regarding the November mentorship badge, and also you can find my direct contact there, both the WhatsApp and Telegram, so you can get for any inquiry, or also to register for the mentorship. All right, or even if you want a private mentorship, you can reach out to me. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Peace out.